Good afternoon, it's Dr. Martin Owen coming to you from the Euthanasia Prevention Coalition headquarters in London, Ontario. I'm traveling for business and very happy to speak to you today on Bill 207 in Alberta. Now, this bill has generated a lot of controversy, and I think there's a lot of misunderstandings by the general public and by the physician community about what the bill is really all about. Now, for those of you who don't know why conscience protection is important, I would just refer you to the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. We all have the right to conscience protection, okay? Or we have the freedom of conscience in this great country of Canada. Now, that applies to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a plumber or a doctor or anything at all. If you're a Canadian, then you have conscience protection. So it's important to remember that when I became a physician, I didn't check my conscience at the door. And I didn't actually check anything at the door to become a physician, except that I became a well-trained Canadian physician and that I practice medicine in this country and that I have a regulatory body called the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Alberta, and that they are the group that makes my professional standards and helps to make sure that I'm a good doctor and that everyone else who's practicing medicine in Alberta has got their patient's interest in mind and is practicing, solid evidence-based medicine, but also that our rights are protected. Now, Alberta physicians also have the Alberta Medical Association, and they're really our advocacy group that promotes our interests to the government and that helps protect our interests, including our conscience and other rights, from others that may want to take those away. So Bill 207 is about protecting the charter rights of physicians and other healthcare workers. And the reason why this is necessary is that the charter rights of physicians in Ontario have already been threatened and in some instances removed by a college policy, the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, stating that effective referral for all procedures that physicians disagree with must be made. Here's the thing. Effective referral is an involvement in the act. For instance, if I disagree with a patient ending their own life and I refer them to another physician who does that, I am giving my medical and moral stamp of approval for that action. To compel anyone to act against their conscience is not acceptable in a free society. I don't care if you're a doctor or a plumber, no one should compel you to do something against your good professional judgment, and no one should compel you to do something against your conscience. No one should compel you to do something against your religion, against your freedom of speech, etc. So please, please, please support Bill 207 and all the work that's being done related to this. There's a lot of consultation that is happening, and you may be shocked and appalled that this might actually need to be in provincial legislation, but the fact is, looking at Ontario, it clearly does. And we can also look to our neighbors Manitoba, who have Bill 34 that protects healthcare conscience rights as it relates to euthanasia and assisted suicide. So look to the jurisprudence that's already here in Canada, look to the college policies elsewhere, and you'll start to understand why groups that I'm involved in are taking the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario to the Supreme Court of Canada to fight for our charter rights in the practice of medicine. The link to sign a petition in support of Bill 207 will be with this video. Please, please, please exercise your freedom, or it could be gone. Have a great day. Dr. Martin Owen, signing off.